welcome back to David Wickham RC. Your subscribers will welcome you. Well, we had a pretty good run the other day with the GT car with the 54cc back-to-back engine on her, and kind of took it off and took it down. I wanted to see how everything was sealing and everything. It took a little bit to get this thing running, but we got it running. As you can see, there's our modification there, and also inside the port. Inside the port. This is the motor we just built. So the port modification down there. You can see that or not. But yeah, we ran this motor yesterday, and I can tell you she's unlike the 47, where the 47 has kind of got a louder pop to it. This has got a deeper tone to it. Might have a little bit to do because it's a little bit bigger bore, plus the piston coming all the way down inside of it. So I'm always thinking about stuff, and got thinking the other day when I was running it about cooling and rotating mass. Okay, so rotating mass, like the flywheel, is how heavy this thing is when it spins, and the wider you can get something, the better it is. So I've been thinking, since this modification head is right up here, you're not getting any cooling up here. The other day when it was running, I put my hand over here, I could barely feel anything come out over here. To me, this cooling fins and then this ridge on here would be a good elimination for rotating the mass. So this is 4 inches, and then you come down to this. I mean, we're losing 3/4 of an inch of mass, rotating mass. So it'll be 3 1/4, and then you're losing all this weight too. I did a little bit of weighing this morning. The stock flywheel weighs 321, and then these clutch shoes with just the clutch shoes weigh 173. Now I understand when I took the motor apart why this bearing right here felt crunchy, because this thing weighs so much. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut all these cooling fins off here, which I don't think they're doing anything for the motor anyhow, because the reason why you put this head on there is to get more cooling anyhow. It kind of acts like a heat sink. So we're going to cut all these fins off here, and we're going to cut this ridge off of here. I haven't figured out how I'm going to cut that stuff off just to keep it true. Then we'll reweigh it and see how much weight we got off of it. Then we're going to modify the clutch shoes. There's a little bit of weight top and bottom of the clutch shoe. To me, this is just excess weight. I don't think it's going to jeopardize strength on it. We just keep on continuing the curvature of this shoe, and then we just cut this off of here and off of here, and then we'll see what our weight of our shoes are. Granted, that being said, I have these shoes here. They're aluminum. They're 30 grams lighter than this stock shoe, which is this one, and these are 58 grams, and these are 30 grams. So I mean, a lot of weight difference there. But can't find the other one of these. If I could find the other one of these, I would use it. I think I did a modification on one of these and I threw it away, or it got misplaced. But these are the clutch shoes we got. These are the ones we're going to modify. Like I said, rotating mass. I can't go with the outside diameter go with the inside diameter of the weight on the inside here. So that way what all this does is it frees up horsepower. It's not getting that much cooling. Basically all it's doing, if it's running and it's blowing the air, it's coming here and basically hitting the wall. Okay. So what you're doing is you're basically cooling this side. You're not getting nothing over here on the bottom. There's a very, very little, room for cooling because this doesn't have a whole bunch of cooling fins on it. Kind of versus like this one down here, like the stock one. You have more cooling fins than you do on that one. So when this was on the motor, it actually was cooling a lot better with the cooling fan, but now you don't have that much cooling. Hit it with the heat gun the other day when it was running. We had about 216 degrees. That's not bad. But the thing is, when it runs and it goes down the road, it's getting cool, so I'm not really too concerned with that. The other thing we'll do is we'll cut this straight of this side on the cooling shroud to expose all this, to give it its air that it needs, and then we'll just put another plate on there or something, and we'll JB weld it and real clean it up, and then we'll redo the modification on the coil shroud. The other modification that I'm looking at is coils. This is the best upgraded coil you can get, is the red coil. The other black coil doesn't have good saturation time. Saturation time is when the magnet comes across and energizes the coil, and how long the coil can hold the spark before it throws it out. These have a primary and a secondary winding in them. I don't know if you could basically take it apart and redo the winding. One of my thoughts is to take the black coil that I have, cut this off, use this piece on another coil that has better saturation time, and kind of bolt it from here to here to the bigger coil on top that has a bigger winding, more or less, bigger saturation time. It probably work. The thing is, you're going to run into is the cooling fins on this side. You may have to cut all the cooling fins, take the head off, and cut all the cooling shroud fins off of here to get clearance for the coil. Well, that's why this coil is designed like this. It's flat. That's why we have to do the modification to run it this way on the top of the cylinder. This way. Really, actually, this is a good modification because if you think heat rises, so this is down on the bottom, it has to travel up, down, and then back up. This right here is just going straight up. So I think that's always a better modification if you can run it. Like I say, we run these for RC cars, so go from there. Put together a new clutch bell last night and gear. Had 3 or 4 of these kicking around, so went ahead and put this one on here. The other one, teeth were trashed, and the bell was kind of getting worn, and the bearing on the inside was getting crunchy. And this one's nice. This one's free. But it's been fun doing all this stuff. Thank you for all my subscribers. And oh yeah, we got the special perk coming today. Can't wait till that comes in. I'll have to show you on the next video of all the mods we did and the special perk. This is Dave with David Wickham RC and projects. We have a whole bunch of projects coming up. Like and subscribe and hit the notification bell and give me that thumbs up. And we'll see you in the next one, guys. Later.